as well.
Hey, this ain't Alyssa.
That is indeed not Alyssa. That is everyone's favorite from BetMGM tonight. BetQL. Trysta Krick. Trysta, who's the league MVP right now in your mind?
I think it's got to be Tatum right now.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's right. I think the straw poll is pretty accurate. I do think, though, there's steam, and it's valid steam, because the world is really narrative-based, and the line is moved because, we look at these betting lines as a sort of a leading indicator of where things may or may not be and go. But Zion was 66-1.
Yeah.
He was 50-1, like, I think right before the Suns game on that Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 15-1 right now.
Mm.
So I would not be surprised if Zion got into the top 3 in terms of odds soon. I feel silly because I gave it out last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was going to jump on the 50-1. When you're betting, you're like, do I want to do this now, or do I want to put the money on it and wait all year? Could I go another week? And it's like, no, you can't go another week, sweetie. It's gone. All the value is gone. So 15-1 is certainly better than like where some of the other guys are now. And Steph obviously done. He doesn't need surgery, but he's not going to win the MVP now. He's probably going to be out till February. So with him being scratched out of it, and Luka, I don't think is going to win it, even though they want it desperately. You guys are right.
I feel like they soured on him, though. I think people, voters, is what we're talking about, might be getting over Luka's act.
There's just a lot there. There's just a lot in Dallas. There's just so many problems. And you made the mention of, before I came on, like if Jason Kidd isn't a good coach and Rick Carlisle isn't a good coach, neither one of them have the best reputation in terms of how they run their ships. They both have the reputation of not being exactly player-friendly coaches. They've got their own little tyrant moves that they pull. You've got Jason Kidd going at it with Christian Wood. And I know, Kenny, you said, well, you don't think that Luka's co-star should be a guard. That was what they were trying to do with Christian Wood as a guy inside that he could feed. But it just isn't really working when you don't have – I think it's the system to a degree, the system being predicated on what Luka wants to do and what makes him most effective. He's really, really good. But how good he is also makes your offense sort of one-dimensional in how it can be built, especially when – and I actually do believe that there are a lot of scrubs on that Mavs team that I don't think would get a ton of run, even in Utah. Like, I don't think Dorian Finney-Smith is getting much run even in Utah right
now. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but they paid him. They paid him like somebody that's not a scrub, and he produced. Like Finney-Smith on a really good team. Put him on I don't know.
Boston.
Put him on Boston, and he's a god out there. Put him on Milwaukee, and he's a better version. Put him on Philadelphia. And he's a 10-time, I don't want to say 10 times, but he's a better version of PJ Tucker. And they're like looking at themselves like winners right now. So
I don't know if he's better than PJ Tucker. Wouldn't say that.
PJ Tucker today he is.
Well, yeah, but not PJ Tucker last year in that body of work, or the year before that.
I'd say 2 years ago. PJ Tucker ain't been the same 2 years.
That's the way it goes with role players on championship teams, right? Like you put Nia Bjelica on the Warriors, and all of a sudden he's amazing, and Otto Porter, and he's amazing, and then Otto Porter goes to Toronto, and has anyone seen or heard from Otto Porter since? Like, that's the nature of a really good culture and a really good team with an awesome scheme and a generational player.
Yeah, we were gonna dead that though. Nemanja Bjelica was not amazing on the Warriors. He had like one good game, and their whole media contingent lost their goddamn mind.
Yep.
He had one good game.
You're right. Yeah, right. I have something to ask.
What teams he play for now?
I think he's overseas. He's overseas. Can I ask a question? This is like so random. I might actually get.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
You might actually file a HR complaint on me. So, when did you get ripped?
Oh,
Trysta started following me on.
Oh yeah, come on, man. You know what he do.
No, what?
You know what he do.
He's thirst trapping. I didn't know Damien had thirst traps.
Yeah, no, those are strong thirst traps. Yeah, nah, fitness has been a part of my life for years. But
Why do you wear such baggy sweatshirts? You should not wear those.
Well,
show it off.
It is no, for sure. It's 30 degrees outside. First of all, second of all, even though the building is essentially empty, there are probably still certain dress codes I should follow while coming into the studio.
I'm not saying you shouldn't wear a sweater or that you should be showing your pectoral muscles. I'm just saying the sweater should be tighter.
Hey, Damien, I don't want to hear that. 30 degrees don't stop the baddies.
Yeah.
30 degrees don't stop the baddies.
Indeed. They do not. I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to
this. You don't have to respond.
Oh,
I don't know if this is like a transformation or this is always the case.
No, I've been into fitness for like 20 years, but the thirst traps that you're speaking of.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I made the decision. I was like, I need to do a photo shoot before this all goes to hell. So I worked for like 12 weeks to get into to shape for that shoot. So
just a shoot for you, just for yourself.
Yeah, I was like 38. I was like, I could pull this off. Like I want to do it. And now I'm 42 and I'm gonna do it again.
Let's go.
You on that, Kenny? You're guys gonna do it together?
Nah, man. I don't need to do. I don't need to do all that. I need to get in better shape. But
Kenny's like, I don't get
what you need to do to get where Damien was whatever the case may be. That takes a lot of time.
I don't. Yeah, no, I'm there.
Don't
like,
fun on that, boy. Don't fun on that.
No,
boy.
like I don't like I took some pictures and then all of a sudden lost. No, I'm good.
Well, you said you did it for 12 weeks.
Yeah,
and then
so but like
the
thing was like for the 12, like I was in good shape at the start of the 12 weeks.
Mm.
But to do that,
he wanted to be like a superhero. There's people who are into
wanted to look like
and then there's that.
Yeah, I wanted to look like a defensive back.
You got to do a lot of training. You got to eat a certain way, and I need to eat better, and I'm going to train, but I ain't going to do it like that. I'm good. The only thing I need to do right now.
The big eye emoji, and I didn't know that everybody on Instagram would know what I was doing. And then I was like, let me just stop.
Only thing I need to do is stop drinking coffee as much as I do.
Okay. And so for those that are new to the program, Trysta, what's your coffee order?
It's a tall white chocolate mocha with an extra pump of white chocolate.
Oh, so you mean just sugar and sugar and sugar and a little coffee?
Sure.
Yeah. That you don't drink coffee, you drink frappuccinos. Like you drink ice cream and that's been sort of packaged as a morning beverage.
Yeah, man.
He drinks a caffeinated milkshake.
I cut that out a little bit, get this little muffin top that I got going on off of me. That's all I really need. I just need to look good in my clothes in the summer. That's it. Because I like to wear them slim. So
you do you are slim. Yeah, you do wear the slim gear. I don't know how to transition. You do it.
We can just transition anywhere. Let's just go wherever.
I don't know how to go back from my thirst trap picks to
Kyle, by the way, he'll be on soon. Kyle lost me some money last night.
Yep. Well, how did he lose you some money?
He gave me a prop that I blind tailed and put it inside of a prop parlay. And instead of winning 6-1, I won some other money on some other things. But Kyle Juszczyk, let's just say this, he was not involved, and that was one of his favorite plays.
Yeah. But look, Trysta, you gotta listen to me. I gave you the Bucks last week. Everybody was a little apprehensive. I said they're about to blow the brakes off the Bucks. That's what happened.
You did.
What happened? I've been hot this year. Been hot. When I was doing Friday picks, Cash Careway, I finished at like 18-8. When I was younger into the game or whatever, I would do like a crazy parlay for kids in the office. I would do a crazy parlay.
Thank God I got my shirt on today.
For each week of bowl season. And one time I did one of those crazy 8-game parlays, put $10 down and was gonna win maybe it was less than that. Maybe it was like $4. And I was gonna win $800. and I hit all 7. Now this was before I was like a, seasoned gambler, on the books, and it got to the last game. Obviously, you hedge at that point, right? Like you hedge, so you make sure you come away with something. I didn't do anything. It was, and you may remember this game. It was Clemson, West Virginia, in the Orange Bowl.
Oh yeah.
I think I had West Virginia. My God, Geno Smith let me down. I think they lost 70-7.
Rough.
Oh my God, was that the score?
Yes.
Oh my.
No,
goodness.
literally, I'm not even exaggerating. Clemson put 70 on their head. Damn.
Rough.
Hey, who's paused on your TV behind you?
Looks like SZA.
SZA.
Oh, okay.
I know SZA anyway.
Yeah, that's a cold album. Like SZA is.
It's a little. Here's the thing: it's hard to listen to and work because it's so like somebody did her wrong, and I'm not in that space, as you guys know. Nobody's done me any wrong. Like I'm good.
You're the one doing the wrong.
Yeah.
Like I'm the reason people make these albums. I'm not the one that's listening to them. So it's hard for me to relate to it, but it's bangers.
Come on,
How
man.
do you have that just like
What you mean? You didn't think I was gonna have this?
Stay ready.
Eternally on the board? Come on, baby. You know what it is.
Stay ready. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There it is.
Heartbreaker right there. Trysta on the chain.
So the album is good, but it's like it's a little more lower tempo than I would expect from her.
Is that your vibe? Is that what you listen to? Or like what's your playlist look like?
Man, it just depends on what I'm doing, and it depends on the mood. I love old 90s hip hop, even stuff like if I really want to just be happy, I listen to old Mace. Like I love old Mace. Just fun, nothing's going on. Take it out of your brain that there was some weird stuff going on with him and Diddy. Just like take that out of your mind. Just focus on the music.
Old like Harlem World old?
Yes.
Harlem
World and Double Up.
Guys.
Yeah, Double Up was good too.
Double Up is a fun record. Like that, especially the single. Like that's a fun record.
Just the single.
Yeah. The album as a whole is a little sketchy.
There's a couple of good ones.
A couple of them, but
I
was disappointed. I was disappointed in Double Up. I was looking forward to it, and I was disappointed.
It all kind of went down after Harlem World.
It did.
Nothing really ever popped up.
Fire.
He had to take like a little hiatus, and then he became like a pastor. So that was like a whole thing. So I'll listen to old school 90s stuff a lot. I'll listen to a bunch of R&B, like new R&B, SZA, Summer Walker type vibe, that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I listen I'm going to admit something. I listen to a lot of Drake. I do. I love, if I just need something mindless that just feeds my happiness. I said this to a friend. I don't think anyone's ever been murdered to Drake. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody ever has that level of rage in their heart where they go and they play Drake and they're like, yeah, I gotta take him out.
Drake will never be used as a defense like Tupac was. Like, my client was fine, but he was listening to Tupac, so he went and killed somebody.
Yeah, Drake would
never. Listening to Drake and
then all of a sudden he was going up to the hotel lobby and then he's hit another one, it goes green. You know, he's just must have changed phones on the team. I love everything about Drake except for how toxic he is.
It's a wild boy.
He's a little toxic.
He's a wild boy. His lyrics, though, I know he's not known for his lyricism, but for me personally, there's a lot of lyrics that pierce my soul. And I'm like, yes, that is exactly, especially when I was at Barstool, there was a lot of Drake lyrics that I was like, yes, this is my experience.
You say he's not known for his lyrics. He should be.
He should be.
Bars.
He has bars.
Bars.
Nobody puts him up, though, as like top lyricists. You know?
Because they always come with that whole, does he write his own stuff? Because Quentin Miller wrote the hook one time for a song. Now all of a sudden he don't write his own lyric. That sounds crazy.
No, what's the one on the because he's light skinned? What light skinned rapper ever got love?
J. Cole.
He's like medium
Yeah.
J. Cole is medium. J. Cole lighter than you.
J. Cole got dread. J. Cole got dreadlocks. You don't count. You don't count. Probably because he's too pretty. Like people find, he sings. Like everybody got an excuse to why you don't pay attention to.
He sings.
Drake's
But
lyrics.
if you listen to the bars, if you're reading this, it's too late. Like I love that album.
What's the joint on the last hour in the middle of the Atlantic or whatever? He lost his mind on that song. On
Certified Lover Boy. So many bars on that album.
The thing is, I never desire to listen to Drake. Like I won't get in the car and go, I want to listen to Drake.
That's the immediately thing I do. Like, I'm like, Siri, play Drake. That's me.
That never happens. That is never ever once happened.
What's your go-to? Like what on my car ride, if I'm like, let's step into the D-Lo zone, what's it gonna be? We're in the D-Lo car right now. What is it?
It's probably Hove.
Okay.
It's probably Jay. Like it depends. Like it's in the house though. It's either Jay or Beyonce. It's one of those two. And Jay's probably on the records with Beyonce that I'm listening to.
I can't.
I have a Hove playlist that I put together that has two distinctive parts that I'll go to. It strings together Hove and Rick Ross, song after song after song, and then there's the Hove and Beyonce stuff. So normally I go to Jay.
I think Beyonce is best with Hove. I think Beyonce by herself is
Don't say nothing crazy. Don't say nothing crazy, Tristan. Don't say nothing crazy.
It's too soft for my ears. Like a lot of ballads. I just don't really mess with ballads. It's just not me. I want a beat. I want it.
That's believable. Trysta don't want no ballad. She don't want to hear your stupid ass love song about your broken heart.
No, like when she came out with Halo, I like the Mike Posner version of Halo better. Like I like that more.
I mean, I shouldn't say I didn't like it.
She sang it to Vanessa. Now I don't ever want to hear it again. Yeah, now that song is synonymous with the Kobe Bryant funeral for me. I don't ever want to hear it again. But Cuff It, I'll put that record on.
Cuff It. I love Break My Soul.
That whole album, to me, the Renaissance album needs to be played beginning to end. That's how you listen to that album.
Also, I go crazy for Rihanna. My spirit animal, Rihanna.
I love Rihanna. I love Riri.
Needed me is like my jam. Like that is, yeah. Yeah, the lyrics in that, and she sang it to Drake, so it's made for Drake. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love Riri.
Did you guys see how insane he is, by the way? With 42 diamonds?
He's lying. That's not true.
He said that's what it was on Twitter. 42 diamonds on a necklace for the 42 times, 42 women he contemplated asking to marry him, and he didn't. Is there anything more toxic than
anything out there, man? He lying, man. Who thinks about 42 women that you would marry?
Well, when you listen to Chicago Freestyle, and he's like, you're getting inside, and he just literally touchdown, goes to the hotel, takes a shower, goes to the club, finds some girl in that area code, takes her on a shopping spree. She obviously is in love with any random woman that you take on a shopping spree for probably 20 grand. Probably going to treat you pretty nice.
He's like Kenny with quarterbacks.
Yes.
Kenny with quarterbacks, the same thing.
Exactly.
Hey, man, I'm in search of who's going to bring me that number 6, man.
See?
That's what it is, man.
He's really on to the net.
Trey could do it, but I don't know. I'm starting to feel like Brock might be able to do it.
We're going to get Kenny a necklace with 42 diamonds in it. Have you ever contemplated getting married? Have you ever been close to getting married?
I got asked. I dated a guy who's the valedictorian of my college.
Okay, I'm not going to make Kyle wait. We're just going to bring Kyle into
Come
this.
Come through, Kyle.
Hi, friends.
Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a person.
That's a person. You know what time.
Sore subject.
You know.
So he and I dated for 2.5 years. And my mom was really the one. Me and my mom are super close. And I was always dating dirtbags, really suave, very into some shenanigans, very, the type. They're always coming up with some slick line, and they're never interested in doing what they say. But that was like kind of fun. That was kind of fun for me. And my mom sees him there was like an alumni magazine, and she's like, "Who's this guy? Like, he's so great, blah, blah. I want him to be my son, blah, blah." So we stayed friends, me and this guy, and I told him about it. And that ended up actually getting us to date. And my mom encouraged it because she was like, you're going to break someone's heart, or you need to just get with a nice guy. So we dated for like 2.5 years, and he was hard pressing for marriage. He bought and kids, bought a bunch of Harry Potter books in a volume, because for our kids that we did not have. He convinced me to move from Arizona to Portland. We moved in together. We were together almost 3 years. And then swear to God, my mom's life, his aunt passed away. We had not fought. His aunt passed away, and he came back from the funeral, got on the couch. It was probably like 11 p.m. And he was like, I don't want to be dating anyone anymore.
What?
After all of that, I want to marry you. I've got kids' books on the shelf. You've met the family. We live together. I've moved you out. 7-8 months into us moving together, and now we're watching The Hills, looking at whatever who and so breaking up, and he just was like, "Yeah, I can't do this." And
So you were ready.
I don't know. I mean, how ready could you be at 24?
Not
pretty young. That's
not.
think
Yeah,
you
you
can be
cannot
ready.
be ready.
But you can think you're ready.
You can think you're ready. And so we were together then, and then I dated a guy right after that who my mom hated, considered him a massive rebound. And she told him to his face, you are literally my daughter's rebound. I still have the old guy's Christmas stocking, and she threw it at him. Threw the stocking at him with the dude's name on it. And he's like, "Oh my God."
Wow, you guys had that. You guys had the stockings with the names on it and everything.
Yes, my mom loved him. So then we dated, and then actually he was a Muslim. So I went out to London to go to his sister's graduation. And the only way I could stay in the house with his family is if we did a fake wedding. So there was a sheikh there. I had to say some things. I didn't mean any of them. He didn't mean any of them. There was a dowry. There was a fake ring that got put around my neck.
Oh man.
So I'm technically married.
You're married by Muslim law? You're married.
By Sharia law, I am probably still married. He could come after me. And I mean, he has another wife now and kids. It's a crazy story. He was also closeted, and didn't want to. Yeah, there was a lot there. Needless to say, you guys, since then, I haven't really been in a real relationship. That was in 2014, 15. So it's been a minute. I've been just playing the field since then. Looking at thirst traps, double tapping, giving people the big eye emoji.
Yeah, it's all making sense now. It just all comes together. Oh man! All right, Kyle has been trying to get a word in. That Kyle married this year, by the way.
Shout out
to you.
Thanks. Actually married, not fake married. We live together and stuff.
Well, I did the ceremony, so there probably is some sketchiness.
Did you really?
I did.
It's my official.
Wow. Are you qualified for that?
Kyle said I was.
He is now.
I got sent some paperwork, and Kyle said, "Hey, can you come read this?" And I read it.
Why did you ask him to do that, Kyle?
Because, man, that's a lot. Damien is one of the people I care about the most in the world, first of all. And he was a significant factor in my wife and I getting our relationship to go to a level where it was like, oh, we're ready to get married.
Are you? Do you have some psychologist in you, Damien, where you brought them together? You had a meeting of the minds. There was.
No, he let me rent his condo. I was going to ask. So There was a couple
just,
things. Go ahead.
before we leave this notebook that I write in every day, I got from Kyle, and the note that him and Heather wrote me it's gone to hell, but
Wow,
it's
that means
still
a
here
lot.
it's still here with me every day.
So there's a couple things. One, you said you dated, like, was the word you used suave or swanky? Suave?
Suave, yeah, smooth.
Dudes who are into shenanigans. That sounds like Damien. First of all, that was the first thing that popped into my head. The second thing is it bad to have all the Harry Potter books?
Well, it depends
Because
on
I
what you buy
gotta
'em
tell
for.
you, I have tattoos,
Show me.
multiple,
Where are they?
The forearm.
on my
right?
forearm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
Of
taking
who?
my hoodie off for that.
Of who?
I have the Elder Wand on my forearm there. You can kind of see that. And then the last word of the books is the last sentence is all is well, or all was well, and that's on the inside of my forearm with a little lightning bolt above it.
So, man, you've been shaped by Harry Potter to the
Yes.
point where you're willing to get ink on it.
Dramatically, yes.
How could Harry Potter shape a human this much?
Man, now you're getting into the psychology stuff. This is not interesting to anybody.
All right, we'll
We
talk
can
about
talk
it
offline.
at a later
Yeah.
day.
Well, it's also great that we're having this discussion with a man who's wearing a shirt with Mickey Mouse on it.
Got a Mickey Mouse tattoo as well.
This
What do you
man
want
doesn't
from me,
care
bro?
what he puts on his body.
I don't
He
give a
literally has
damn.
no bar. Like, if I get something, I have my grandmother's handwriting on my arm
Mm-hmm.
from a letter, but you just put anything on there.
Doesn't Jen-
This is the
tattoo?
ribbon color for the cancer that killed my grandfather.
Okay, right.
Jeez.
If you want to
Luka,
get
Luka
you wanna go
Doncic
there.
is not MVP.
This took a turn.
Luka Doncic.
So,
I don't know if you can play with that guy, to be
Hey.
honest with you.
well, I don't think Kyle was happy about my Nemanja Bjelica remarks either.
Just taking shots at, first of all, NBA champion Nemanja Bjelica, if we're being formal. Secondly, let's not act like we all don't have eyes and watch him lock up Jason Tatum in the finals. We all saw this.
There was no
That
need to
happened.
talk about John Dickinson that way.
He did have a broken wrist. What'd you say, Kenny?
John Dickinson was the one on opening night that was like, I can't believe the Kings let go of Bjelica.
Oh, he wasn't.
This
the
is
only
how
one.
bad franchises stay bad.
John didn't do that, did he?
He did. John's my guy, though. That's my
John
boy.
texted me.
He wasn't alone. Like
He was
all of
far from
Warriors
alone.
Twitter was doing.
Nemanja Bjelica figured out how to play with Steph very rapidly. So it was like, oh, wow, this guy's a game changer. And then as other people start to figure out how to play with Steph, it's like, oh, Bjelica's not very good.
Right.
He's just a guy. And that's what
JD
happened.
really is my guy, though. I use his name because that's
I love Dickinson too, but he did text me in the middle of all of our Kings pandemonium, and he goes, "Are we sure that the Kings are any good?" And I was like, "Yes, I think that they're pretty good." And he goes, "Or are they just fun?" And I was like, "You know what, John? You're gonna make the pod." That question.
I love no. I
Por
love
qué no
JD.
los dos?
Yeah. One more again.
Good and fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Why not both?
JD low key hater though. I think John knows that. John knows he's a hater.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
JD,
he
I
low-key-
don't know, man.
Okay, he's a high key hater.
He a hater?
All the Warriors too.
I don't get that vibe.
I think he was hoping that they would lose so that the team was forced to make decisions that were difficult instead of paying Wiggins and Poole. He was rooting for chaos 1,000%.
Maybe that's what he roots for. He roots for chaos.
Chaos.
I wonder if this is what BetQL had in mind when they set up this weekly visit with Trysta.
I know you guys should hear the hits on Rochester and Buffalo, where they literally quiz me about every sport and every game and every line under the sun in rapid succession, and then I just have to spit all these facts out like an IBM supercomputer.
Ain't nobody here for that. Ain't nobody here for that.
No,
We're here to talk about your Muslim marriage. We're not sure if it's legal or
the
not.
good thing my mom knows, because for 3-4 years after that, I didn't tell her. And after we had already been broken up and like everything had moved on and I still hadn't gotten all my stuff, she was like, "Yeah, whatever happened to that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you didn't know? We actually got married under Sharia law." And she's like, "Wait, come again?"
Over or under half a marriage for Trysta? I'm on the
Going
over.
under. I don't see it happen. I don't see Trysta.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah, I
tame a
know.
Trysta Krick.
Oh,
can't tame
oh
a
no,
Trysta
I
Krick.
think Trysta gonna meet somebody.
You
Trista's
do?
gonna meet somebody. I'm gonna
Are
go.
you gonna set me up?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's problematic. You live pretty far away.
Yeah.
So
She'd move back. She'd move back for the right guy.
I got Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom relationship. Why not? Who
Got
knows?
Zoom.
Maybe it's a member in the chatty house. It's just sitting there
I'm
eligible.
This love connection episode is so much better than asking
Here
Trysta.
come the eyeball
Give me
emoji.
Kimmel Bowl.
Kimmel Bowl.
Who cares about that? But I do
No
think
dog.
it's dope that Fenway is doing a bowl game. I tried to go. I wanted to make it, and it's tomorrow at 11. If it was in the evening, I would have really tried to go because I
You
think
going
that's
to the Pinstripe Bowl?
no. I'm not going to any bowl games. I was trying to go to the Warriors Grizzlies game on Christmas, and now that is kaput because Steph is out.
You know what game is weak? I was looking at the schedule.
That's facts.
This game between the Niners and Cardinals is trash.
Mad trash.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. It's
And it
probably
might-
going to rain too,
And
huh?
that's right. It might rain that day.
It's probably going to rain that day.
Kyler's not playing. There might be
We
inclement
should
weather.
find something way more fun to do on that Sunday.
Stay in Sacramento with us. We'll find something to do.
We'll have to
watch the
see. I'm
game
going to try to
somewhere else.
also get the head of social for BetMGM to come out, and we can show him a time too. He can capture some content, so we'll see if he can
Yeah.
pop in and pop out.
Pull up.
Yeah,
ABC
pull up.
always be contenting.
Always be contenting. We'll have to make it happen. All right, Kyle. Well, thank you for that prop play that destroyed my night.
I took.
Damn.
I
Now I'm
never
salty.
blind tail
I'm
either, but I
salty
was
now.
like, this guy writes for Niners Wire, so
She was like, hey, what do you like tonight? Hey, I gave you a full breakdown on why George Kittle was gonna have a huge night, and then he did.
Yeah, he did do that.
And then I threw in, I was like, yeah, hey, I didn't mean throw the Kyle Juszczyk over on a parlay. It's just if you're looking for
you
something
said
to
I
sprinkle on.
always play it. You said I play it every week. That's your
I said I like it.
prop.
Oh,
We can't go back into the DMs and
Oh
go
my
through it,
God.
do we? We have to.
Yeah, your DMs
I'm
could be a
salty now.
place to jump into too. We should be careful. We should be careful. Hey,
I also gave you the under.
you're off the next 2 weeks. This is the
Oh
the
no,
or
not
next
for
two
you guys.
Fridays.
No, not for you guys.
You
Okay,
coming on
well,
Batty Thursday?
We're off the next two
Oh,
Fridays.
are you guys what are you guys off? What's your schedule like?
We're off the next 2 Fridays, just like you are.
You got to come on
Oh,
Batty
okay.
Thursday, Tristan.
What's this? You guys have the Drake bars? What's the deal with this? I don't know anything about it.
Oh, yeah. After every Kings win, it started off with
We-
every Kings win, I rap. And then the Kings started winning too much. And I said, I'm not a rapper. So now anybody out here who got
Now people
bars,
who actually rap
yeah.
Make videos, tag us on them, and we play them.
You
on
guys
And
should make an
sometimes I still get in there. I ain't retired. I just do a compilation album as opposed
Can
to
you
just
imagine
me.
if Trysta dropped some bars if the Kings got to win?
Tristan, if they win on Friday, if they win tonight, there's an opening for Monday.
Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it.
Let's go.
It has to be clean. It has to be
Of
a Drake
course.
beat. It has to be a Drake beat over a Drake beat, and then do whatever you want after that.
All right, we'll have to see. No promises.
All right, that's what's up.
Have a
Well,
happy holidays.
You too.
You guys are the absolute best. And really on the tail end of the holidays, January 7th is right around the corner.
That's the real
Can't
holiday.
wait.
That's the real
That's the
Christmas.
holiday.
That's the real
You guys are
Christmas.
the best.
Love you, buddy.
Thank you.
Can't wait.
All right, talk to you soon.